As our name is Classique, what we're doing here, it's like taking the classics cocktail that we love and twist them with natural wines. So yeah, today we're gonna make a dirty martini based on a Savagnin wine. So guys, welcome to Classique Café in Paris, and I am Hugo Combe, the co-owner of the place. So we are located in the north of Paris, and we are a cocktail bar based on a bistro theme, like a really old French elegant bistro. Bistro is such a huge part of the culture in France, especially in Paris. A bistro means like a beautiful old places that serve all day, and it's a place where you can meet every kind of people of the society, from the workers to come to have the coffee break, to the lawyer having an aperitif at the end of the day. It's really a cultural place where everyone meets.
Tell us about the cocktail you're making for us today.
We keep the structure of a classic dirty martini, so booze, vermouth, and salinity. But in this case, we're going to reduce the booze and work with a beautiful vodka to have like a neutral taste and bring up all the flavor. And then we're going to combine it with a bijito Saké to have like some really versatile and polished rice aroma. Then we move on the vermouth part, and we do a blend of a dry vermouth from France and also a Manzanilla from Spain. So a sherry wine that is really oxidative and dry. Then we're going to add a little touch of sugar with a pandan syrup that we do, salted pandan syrup. So it's going to bring like a toasted rice backbones to the drink and get really well with the sake base. And finally, we're going to have like a few dashes of verjus. It's an unripe grape juice that brings a little bit of acidity. Few drops also of Laphroaig whiskey to get like a nice and beautiful smoky feeling. And finally, the Savagnin wine that's going to come as an emulsion on the top of the drink. Savagnin wine is a really elegant and beautiful kind of wine in France that is lightly oxidative and really savory.
Do you want to show us how it's done?
Yeah, sure. So, first of all, you need a mixing glass because it's a stirring drinks. To make this drink, we're going to start with a little amount of vodka. It's going to be 15 ml straight into the tin. And then we pass to the wine, to the vermouth part. So it's a simple base, 15 ml also of a dry vermouth from France. Then we add the oxidative, the sherry wine. So in this case, Manzanilla, 15 ml also. And now the star of the show will be the sake. We have a good measure, like 1 full ounce, so 30 ml of it.
Yep.
Straight into the tin. Now we have the base. We're going to bring a little bit of sugar into this drink, so just a bar spoon of a salted pandan syrup. It's going to give the toasted rice the real long finish of the drink, but also bring a little bit of texture. When you add just a tiny sugar in a martini, bring you a lot of texture. Finally, we take the verjus, super French product, so the unripe grape, that's got like the same acidity of lemon actually. So we do with 4 dashes of that, and a bit of Islay whiskey, in this case Laphroaig, 3 dashes to bring a bit of peat into this drink. Then everything is ready. I'm just going to get my beautiful glass Nick and Nora out of the freezer. And finally, we put some ice. Okay. And we give a stir to this beautiful drink. So as every martini on the planet, it has to serve really cold. That's why we use the inox mixing glass. because it gets the drink really cold quick without adding a lot of dilution, which is really nice in this case because it's still a low ABV dirty martini. So if we stir for too long, it will be watery and there is no point to serve that anymore. All right, we should be good now. Yep, it's perfect this way. So just pouring this dirty martini into the little Nora. And finally, the really classic touch, it's the Savagnin emulsion. So we're gonna go gently on the top of the drink. Beautiful. In this case, the Savagnin emulsion is a mix of Fino Sherry, Savagnin wine, the wine I told you, like elegant, oxidative and savory, a little bit of water, a little bit of sugar, and we add like a black lemon into it to make it even more savory. And then you have it, my friends. It's the Savagnin Dirty Martini in Paris. It's a bit early to have it, but I'm going to give it a go. C'est magnifique. This drink goes super well with oysters, actually. It's a perfect match for a pairing like that. That's what we do in Classique also.
Tell us a little bit about the flavor.
So the flavor, the dominant profile will be winey, oxidative, and savory, because you have a bit of a Japanese bitter that brings this umami flavor into this drink. Then you have a long and elegant finish on the sake and the toasted rice with the pandan, and it's dirty, so it's a really winey, oxidative, dirty martini. And it tastes like Savagnin wine with the emulsion.
Now let's talk about that emulsion. Black lemon.
Yes. Black lemon is actually like a kind of lemon that you can find in Iran. It's a dry black lemon that brings like a lot of savory and like kind of citrusy, burnt citrusy flavor into the emulsion. It's not going to be the dominant flavor. It's just to push all the notes, the profile of the Savagnin wine.
Now, if somebody's making this at home and they can't find black lemon, what would be a good alternative?
Actually, if you can't find it, because it's a pretty rare product, it's not like a big problem. Like, if you make only the emulsion with the Fino, the Savagnin, and the sugar, will taste already super delicious.
Now, the pandan syrup that you used, was that clarified?
No, what we do is like, we do a simple ratio of sugar and water. We cut some fresh pandan leaf into it. We bring it to a boil with Maldon sea salt. And then we cut the heat as soon as it boils and let it infuse for a few hours. Then we strain it, done. Super simple, super tasty. So no need to clarify it.
What sort of occasions do you imagine that this drink is perfect for?
Wow, this drink is actually perfect at any occasion, because like as I told you, it's like a dirty martini but low ABV, so you can really have it on the aperitivo, like at the end of the day. It's super easy to have because it's umami, so it's make you want to drink more. It's not that strong, so I would say early in the day, or for example after dinner, if you're not feeling like having like a strong nightcap as a real dry or dirty martini, will be perfect. So it's an easy going drink. It sounds like a complicated and a bit weird drink, but the taste make it so simple to drink. So I would say like, yeah, at 5 p.m. otherwise after dinner.
What does the sake add to a martini?
The sake is a good alternative to the vermouth, but in this case, the sake take almost the role of the spirits. We just like put a little bit of vodka to give some strength, but here the sake is the main component with the Savagnin. That they are the two main flavors. So the sake is going to bring like this really mineral stones flavor that goes super well with the salinity. It's actually like the star of the show with the Savagnin wine.
And why have you chosen this particular drink? on your
Good
menu?
question. Because first of all, as I told you, Classique is a place where we twist all the classic cocktail that we love with natural wines. So since the first day of the bar, we always add dirty martini on the menu because it's one of our favorite drink, and with our atmosphere here, like the bistro look, really vintage look, a dirty martini is a mandatory drink, I would say.
What is the reaction of your guests been to the drink?
The reaction of our guests about this drink, that's quite surprising because when we launch this new drink, we're like, ah, okay, maybe it's gonna be like a bit complicated to understand with the Savagnin foam, the Saké, the saltiness and everything. But actually, it has been one of our best sellers for like a few months. So people are pleased with this drink. They talk about it. It's a dirty martini, but it looks really fun with the emulsion. So it's a playful cocktail. So no, we receive like a really good feedback from our customers and friends. So super happy about that.
What is it about a martini, do you think, that sparks people's imagination?
The martini is like has such a strong history in the cocktail culture. We call it one of the roots cocktail. Like many of the cocktail are from the martini or above like different like type of martini, but the martini, the Manhattan, etc., etc. It's one of the roots. So it's a legendary cocktail, first of all. Second of all, it's a really cinematographic cocktail also. It has a lot of connection with James Bond, you know, with the famous variation, like the Vesper. But it's also get like it's also get this elegancy and this touch of sexiness into it. Like when you order a martini, you have this image of like a palace cocktail bar and stuff like that, really party and elegant. So I guess that's why like the martini get through the ages and still one of the most recognizable cocktail. And you can also, it's playful. I mean, you can choose your martini. You can have like your dirty martini. You can have a wet martini. You can have dry with olive, lemon. Everyone has his own touch to drink his martini, and that's make you like that's make you feel important in a way, like to order your martini. Actually, it's how I feel. Sometimes when I want a martini and I order it, I feel like, oh my god, it's like it's something. It's an occasion. That's how I feel about martinis.
Now, with the emulsion on the top of the drink, as you
Yeah,
said, it makes it look fun, it attracts people's attention. How
yeah.
important is the look of a drink?
The look of a drink is super important. Like here in Classique, we don't do garnishes. We are not like a garnish cocktail bar. Uh, we serve really in a simple way with attention to details, to glassware, to wash lines, and we like elegancy in the simple way. So super important to have a cocktail that looks good with beautiful color and that represent the taste of it. So in this case, when you see the drink, you can get it's a martini. It's neat, it's unique and aura, and you have the beautiful emulsion that's not like get like foamy, really big one. It's like super elegant, and then the emulsion like melt into the drink and bring the flavors even more depth and strong. So it's beautiful, elegant, and simple. Like we never put like strong garnishes, like homemade cookies. We just use like a simple thing that bring flavor into our drinks. That's the case of the emulsion over there.
Why do you think a drink like your Savagnin Dirty Martini is so popular?
Parisian right now, like they get more and more into cocktails, but what I think it's make it really popular now, it's like Parisian like have a strong comeback to the roots, to the classic cocktail. And what we do here is to offer to the people a chance to rediscover a classic, not getting lost into like redistill, rotovap cocktails, like such a complicated like way to make cocktails that people get really lost into it. So we have the chance here to make complex flavors, but in a really easy, understandable way, as Classique is. It's a bistro. We're not supposed to lose people on the road. So that's make our drinks really popular, especially this one, because people, like most of the people, not gonna order like a dirty martini as the first drink, but with this playful look and its salinity, simple flavor without like a big, strong booze inside, it's make it so approachable. That's why it's really popular for now.
Do you think it's important to make things look playful and approachable? Do you think that is a good way to get people into certain classics?
Yeah, I think it's really important. Like, I mean, by playful, for sure, we're not the most playful cocktail bar. As I told you, we don't have like eccentric garnish, something that fly around the bar, and etc., etc. That's not our savoir-faire, but it's really important to like serve it beautiful. First way, it's like a dish. You first eat or drink with your eyes, and to make it playful, even if the drink doesn't have like an eccentric look, you, the bartender, like our bartender, has to make playful. They have to serve it in a good way. They have to serve it with the smile. They have to like be accessible, to explain everything to the people, and make it fun. Like making things seriously without taking yourself too serious. Because at the end of the day, it's just drinks. It's just about fun and taste. So yeah, for me, it's one of the most important points.
Now, you mentioned earlier that it goes well with oysters.
Yeah.
How important is it for cocktails to have a food accompaniment?
That's really important. Like, I speak for ourselves, but as we are a bistro, we serve food at Classique. We mostly serve seafood. We have beautiful oysters that deliver every day. And for our part, serving food with drinks, it's super important because people want to have cocktail, but they also want to have like something to eat, to can stay longer, to not only be about the booze, because after 1, 2, 3 drinks, you feel like you want to go eat something, so you leave the bar. There is 2 options. Otherwise, you go back to your home and eat, or you go to restaurant. Here at Classique, people can start at 5 p.m. and they can stay till the closing at 1 or 2 a.m. because they have the chance to have cocktails, natural wines, a little craft beer, then eat something, get back on the chat, and finishing by having other drink at the end. So I think it's super important. I will not do like a cocktail bar again without a food program. It's it's one of the main reasons that we opened Classique. We wanted to make them both. So on our menu, we have 14 classics that use 14 different natural French wine inside on 14 different forms. So it's really new into the cocktail world, I will say. We are not claiming to say like, hey guys, we are the one, but I have to say I never seen that anywhere in any part of the world. So it's with a big pride that our team has launched that. We work on it for more than a year and a half, and all our purpose is to showcase the French terroir and playing and push the boundaries of wines into cocktail. So on our menu, you can find one wine on one drink, work on one special technique. Super easy to read. For example, Savagnin Dirty Martini, it's a Savagnin as an emulsion. You can have like Chardonnay penicillin. So that means we do a twist on a penicillin with a Chardonnay that we use to make our homemade limoncello, for example, etc., etc. So yeah, I would say we're really proud and really happy about the reaction of people, because when you launch something that have never been done before, people got scared, and a lot of people are going to tell you, no, don't do that, people will not understand, it's weird, and blah, blah, and if you don't believe in yourself strong enough, you're not going to make something new. So we're really, really happy and super proud about it, and that's what I want to say to like people are gonna watch these, bartender, owners, whoever. Like, if you have a strong idea that you love and think it look like you, don't listen to anyone and push the boundaries and try it. Maybe it's going to be a fail, but at least you will try what you believe in.
What made you think to use natural wines, though?
Actually, okay, that's a bad joke, but it's a natural connection with natural wines. Because as a bistro, we always had since day one a wine program. So we always have like in between 6 to 8 natural wines by the glass, and because we love wines, and we had it like in front of our eyes since day one. So naturally, we start playing with it, like, oh my god, this orange wine maceration tastes like a deep apricot flavor. Maybe we can do something about it. And so after like 6 months of the bar, we already start to make cocktail with natural wines. But it was really complicated because it's new. No one has written about it. Or you can serve the wine, or you can transform the wine. So we were like, okay, we think we found our way to work. So we start to push and start to like learn about it. And it took us like a year and a half full of working, going to see the winemakers in France, to talk to them about that, see their reactions, to launch our new menu that we just launched actually like a month ago.